Fourth quarter, port congestion crisis, October 2021. This year, the Grinch will not look green and hairy, but more like stuck cargo and anchored vessels. It could be a Grinch-like Christmas for children, looking to unveil this year's most popular toys as many imported goods may not make it on time for holiday shopping. Approximately 50 to a historical figure of 100 vessels have been anchored right at sea between the peak dates of October 1st and October 25th. The historical figure was reached on Monday, October 18th per the Marine Exchange, which totals to an estimated 97 vessels containing cargo that may not be stocked for holiday sales. Vessel congestion over the Pacific Ocean, container congestion at terminals, and shortage of port drivers have arisen at the start of the fourth quarter on the West Coast. As the twin ports, Los Angeles and Long Beach in Southern California, face a severe supply chain, the nation must also prepare for a major delay in purchases or access to many commodities this coming holiday. With over 300 commercial ports in the U.S., the Los Angeles and Long Beach port complex handles much larger container traffic in each vessel call than any other port in the nation. This container traffic reaches a substantial 40% of goods that enter the country. The popular East Coast ports have more vessel calls in a variety of trade lanes: transatlantic, Latin America, Africa, and the Middle East. Additionally, East Coast ports normally involve calls at several gateways, each with lower container exchanges, in addition to stationing smaller vessels on average. Most of the West Coast services are in the Trans-Pacific with less variety in trade lanes, but vessel sizes are larger, adding to the extensive container and vessel congestion. The closest major port to the twin ports, Oakland, does not have capacity to receive these larger-sized vessels, automatically voiding it as a possible solution. But the floating vessels are not the only culprit to the supply chain backlog. This week, the head of the American Trucking Associations told CNN that the country was lacking 80,000 truck drivers, a mighty disruption. American consumers who have been spending less on services, such as travel, or going to movies or other events, have been spending more money on commodities, from household goods to automobiles. To aid in the situation, President Biden ordered the twin ports to turn to 24/7 operation. This means that the terminals where container activity is processed are mandated to service truck drivers night and day, which seems like a very viable solution to the issue. This is a big first step, Biden said in a news conference related to the order. Now we need the rest of the private sector supply chain to step up. Biden refers to retailers, freight forwarders, and delivery platforms to take advantage of the extended operational hours. Despite the additional hours, less foot and car traffic during the new operating hours, and additional appointment slots, terminals are still reporting minimal appointment requests. This is primarily due to a low amount of logistics coordinators, drivers, and retailers working through the graveyard shift or seeking to pick up containers between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. Before COVID, it was unusual for more than one vessel to wait for a berth. The backlog is linked to a continuing spike in demand for imports since the U.S. economy reopened. Manufacturers and retailers have rushed to place orders and restock their inventories, but the global shipping system is struggling to keep up. A few of the industries to name that are experiencing major shortages include children's toys, timber, new clothes, and pet food, while also pushing up consumer prices. This disruption is forecasted to last through this Christmas. A new wave of vessels and stock replenishment is expected again by February 2022, and it is primarily due to the long Chinese New Year holiday. This festival lasts for about 2 weeks, so it is fundamental for suppliers and retailers to plan ahead of time and get goods shipped out. On the brighter side, the Port of LA alone, the amount of cargo handled is up 30% this year so far, compared with the entire year of 2020. Ocean freight costs continue to drop for the Trans-Pacific and transatlantic lanes. This is a great relief for many in the logistics sectors after experiencing what seemed to be a never-ending increase in ocean freight costs earlier this year. Thank you for watching. If you find our content helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Remember, think of Avail as another word for help. After that, please watch the video one more time and let me know what you think.